Hi friends, it's Dr. Sheboy. It's Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020, and Mrs. Sheboy for Mother's Day wanted some honey. So where some people would go to the store to get honey, we decided that we would take our frames that we had in our freezer and we would make our own honey. Or the bees actually made it, but what we figured we would do is we would extract it. So what we have done is we have set up the extractor, and that's what this thing is. It's a big barrel with a small motor, and you put the frames inside, and when you turn on the motor, it spins around and it pushes the honey out. You'll remember that when we talked last time, I told you that we have to uncap the honey. So you can see that I have used the uncapping tool, and you can watch, see how that honey is it's just oozing out of that comb. So we've placed it next to the wood stove, so it gets a little bit warm. It'll make the honey flow a little bit faster. And once we get this all bolted down, then we're gonna turn it on and we'll let it go nice and slow here by the fire. Just let it take its time. And then when we open up this drain, what we'll be able to see is we will be able to watch the honey that drips out. So it's not ready to drip yet because there's not a lot of honey. It's just the heat that's taking it out right now. But we'll come back in a little bit and you should be able to see honey dripping from that spigot. Hi friends, it's Dr. Sheboy again. The extractor is all set up. We had it bolted to the pallet here just to keep it safe and steady. That's Daisy. She's just trying to say, hey, I like honey too, but she doesn't really get honey. So we have our frames. We have 4 of them, and they're in here, and we've uncapped them. So what we're going to do, and you can see there's a little bit of honey in the bottom, we're going to close it. Did you hear that little noise? That was the switch going on. It's a safety switch. We're going to turn up the switch, or turn on the volume a little bit, or the speed. You see it spinning. And we let it go nice and slow at first. And we just, now we'll let it drip. And sometimes it's quick when it's really hot outside or hot in the house. And sometimes it takes a little bit more time. Turn that up. And you can see that it is spinning faster and faster. And the faster it goes, the better the honey will flow. So, when the honey's ready to pour out, I'll show a little bit more. Hi friends, so you can see that the honey is flowing, and what we're doing is we're going to strain it so that it doesn't have wax in the honey or any little bee parts that might just be left over on the comb, but it's going to flow nice and warm in here, and hopefully in a few hours we'll have all 10 frames extracted and we'll have lots of yummy, yummy honey. Hi friends, it's Dr. Sheboy again. So after the bees have done their work and after we have done our work, although there's still plenty to do, this is what the honey looks like. It is beautiful wildflower honey. Normally what I would do is I'll leave it out in a nice warm spot for about a day, and in case there's any wax that floats to the top, then I will just take that wax off with either a spoon or a butter knife and just scrape it off. It really doesn't bother me. When I put it in my tea, it just melts away, and it's just the end of the process for how the bees make their honey. Hi friends, it's Dr. Sheboy again. And like I had said in our video about 2 weeks ago, when I'm all done extracting the honey, I like to give the frames back to the bees so they can begin to clean it out, as well as start to build comb and then hopefully fill it with honey again. So you can see that they're busy as bees, busy cleaning out whatever honey I might have left behind. You can also see this bucket. This was the bucket that I was collecting the honey out of the extractor. And while I washed most of the dishes in the house, I figured I'd leave this one as a special treat for the bees. You can see that again, they're working very hard to clean that honey out. They will take care of that, and it will be as clean as new tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to leave these here, and I'm going to go inside, and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. And again, I miss you. So be well.